Alright guys, so welcome back to another video. So I'm going to show you a few holes at the course with some of the changes that I made. Now I'm currently playing 6 handicap, and I'm going to show you some of the major changes that I'm making, like the ulnar deviation you can see here, and the outside takeaway, and in addition to some aiming issues that I have. So here I have a 6 iron. I hit this pretty good. It's a dog leg right par 4, so that left me with 95 yards, and I have a 52-degree wedge here. I'm just aiming right in the middle of the bunker there, and if you pay attention to my feet, I'm aiming slightly left than before, and with this new system seem to be a little more successful than before. So it goes straighter like this, slightly to the left, but it was a pretty decent shot there. So good luck for birdie here. So I have here about 25 feet, and I'm also using some ulnar deviation on my putting. At least I'm trying to, and it seems to like make the ball go straighter a little bit for me. This putt, unfortunately I didn't get the right line, so it kind of went to the right, but it was an easy top end par. Okay, so the next hole is a par 3, 155 yards, slightly downhill. I have an 8 iron here. I'm still trying to swing easy, but if you notice my feet there, I'm aiming just a little bit to the right. And like I mentioned before, I'm more successful aiming slightly to the left than the right. This one, I didn't quite hit it very clean, so I stay a little short of the green. Here I have about 30 feet to the hole, but it's in a really bad location. So, and plus the sanded the greens, so unfortunately here I just hit it just a little short, but I just wanted to show you the my setup there. Just a little bit of ulnar deviation. Unfortunately this putt right here, I got it, I didn't read it well because it just broke to the left. It just snapped to the left right at the end, as you can see there. Okay, so this next hole is a par 5. I'm still trying to recover from a shoulder injury, so I can't swing like 100%. So I'm just trying to get a smooth swing here. Just outside takeaway, a little bit of ulnar deviation, and fix my aiming a little bit. Right now, my feet are aiming just a little bit too much to the right that I wanted, but it's definitely better than before. And actually this one went straight to where I was aiming, and I should have aimed just a little bit to the left, so I'm going to be blocked by those trees there. Second shot here I have to lay up because I have those trees there, so I grabbed an 8 iron here, and here unfortunately I took the club a little bit too much to the inside, and you can see that it kind of went to the left. If you notice the takeaway on this one, it's just a little bit too much to the inside. So that went to the left right there. I'll show you the takeaway. It's just a little bit too much to the inside. And every time I do that, I'm going to lose the ball to the left. So I'm trying to take it a little more outside. So for this next shot, I have 145 yards, slightly uphill. So I grab an 8 iron, and I'm actually aiming to the middle of the green. I don't want to get in trouble, so I'm trying to do a good takeaway there. And look at my feet are aiming slightly to the left, and like I mentioned before, I'm more successful when I do that. See the shot there, just a little baby draw, and this was hit really well. So for some reason, when I aim my feet a little bit to the left, I tend to, even if I take it slightly to the inside, the shots are way better. So then here I have a putt for birdie right there. Unfortunately the greens, as you can see, they sanded the greens, so if you pay attention to this putt, it goes, the line was good, but just right at the end it kind of snaps to the right, but I think it's because there was something on it. So if you pay attention, the line was really good, and then it just goes to the right. So right there, it just goes to the right. So I missed that for birdie, but it was an easy top end par. So this next hole is a par 4. I'm aiming to the right of the pine tree there. Have my driver here. I'm trying to get my aiming correctly. Notice my feet are a little slightly better, and then but my takeaway is just a little bit to the inside. So the shot was pretty good actually. I got decent distance. It just went just a little bit to the right. So those are the things that I'm working on. If you notice the takeaway, it was just way too much to the inside on this one. So I need to work on that takeaway, getting a little more attached to my core there on the takeaway. See how my arm just detaches from my core? So that's a major flaw right there. So I have about 100 and 20 yards here to the pin. So I'm aiming at a tree right there, and I'm using my pitching wedge there. The tree right there on the left. Here I'm aim just a little better. You notice how I'm aiming my feet slightly to the tree there. So that's what I'm working on. And on this one, I got it a really good shot. And you can see the reason I got a good shot is because I kind of took it a little more to the outside there, just slightly, not how I want it yet, but way better than before. So this was a pretty decent shot. So as you can see here, the greens are sanded and aerated. So unfortunately, this one right here just went a little bit too much to the left, and it just lost track there, and I wasn't able to tap in for my par. This next hole is a par 3, 95 yards. Got my 52 degrees, and notice my feet are aiming slightly to the left, and this is a very good shot for me. So I tend to I pulled it just slightly, but it was very good. And then if I look at the replay, I'm still working on that outside takeaway, but because my feet are aiming slightly to the left, I got a decent shot there. Okay, so I got another birdie putt here. It's just a little bit to the right of the green, and this is a long one there, and obviously the greens are aerated, so I'm trying my best to get it up to the hole there. Actually, it was a great line, but it just died to the left side, so it was an easy top end par. So this next hole is a par 4. It's a very long par 4, 420 yards, so it requires a good drive, but this is where I made the first error in my swing here. As I mentioned before, I'm more successful aiming my feet slightly to the left, but in this case I was aiming it just way to the right a little bit. My line would have been on the trees there, on the bunkers actually, so I'm aiming my feet too much to the right, and I just took the club way to the inside on this one. Look at this. It was just way to the inside. So this is the major flaw right there that I'm trying to fix right there. And so I lost it to the right. That's going to leave me with a very long second shot. So here I got about 230 yards. I'm just laying up with a 4-iron. And I noticed the mistake that I made on the driver. So I'm going to try to aim my feet just slightly to the left. And I did just that, as you can see there. And this is the only way I can fix the straightness of my swing. So I know it's a little bit severe to the left maybe, but not as bad as aiming to the right. So this one, I pushed it to the right, but it was a very clean shot. I was really happy with that one. So here I got about 70 yards actually, and I grabbed a 60 degree wedge right here, and this was a really good shot. I actually aimed correctly. As you can see, my feet slightly to the left of my target, and notice how the ball goes parallel to my aiming there. So this is actually a perfect shot right there. This one went pretty good, and my takeaway here was better than normal. See how the club face is in front of my hands? So that's what I want to do with all my clubs right there. So okay, so I still gotta look at par. It's just a little far from the hole, and with the greens sanded like this, it's gonna be a little difficult. So I hit my putt here, and actually I think I lost this one to the right, and it started bouncing. So okay, so this is a par 5. At about 220 yards there's a creek, so you have to tee it up with an iron. I have a 4-iron here, and this one I hit it pretty good. I committed to the shot, and I hit it right in the middle of the fairway. And if I look at the shot right there, look at my feet aiming slightly to the left, and I got a little bit of outside takeaway. So every time I do that, it's just going to be a better shot. Yes. And now on this shot right here, I have out of bounds to the right. So this is going to be a very difficult shot because I don't want to lose it to the right. I have a 4-iron. I did aim slightly to the left with my feet, but here I made a mistake of I guess I turned my body too much to the left, trying to salvage the shot, and I hit a hook there. So now I'm left with this putt for I think it was for bogey or for par. Yeah, it wasn't I made a mess of this hole, so this was to save par, I think. And I was just trying to use a little bit of ulnar deviation on my putting as well, and it seems to work as well. I like to, when I make changes, I always like to make changes on throughout my whole swing. So this one came out pretty good, but it just died to the right and it was short. Okay, so going to the last hole, I have a driver. So I'm kind of noticing my flaws and aiming. You notice my feet aiming to the left. If I aim my feet to the right, it's just I just killed the shot. So I have a driver trying to do a little outside takeaway, and this one came pretty good. It was borderline through the water there, but it made it safely. And actually, I like this shot. It was pretty good. So I got about 135 yards here left on this par 4. I got a 9-iron, and here I'm just trying to get it to the green, trying to align myself. Notice my feet there, slightly to the left, and notice the line there. Unfortunately, there was a little wind there, and just hit it just a little short of the green. So, but I was pretty happy with the line there. So that left me with a little chip shot, about 15 yards to the hole. I cleared the water, so I need to get this up and down for par. I use my 60-degree wedge. I'm trying to use the same technique there, and that went about like 10 feet to the hole. So I got this to say par. And like I mentioned before, I'm trying to use a little bit of ulnar deviation on my putting as well. And that seems to work pretty good. But, you know, I just want to focus on my outside takeaway right now. I read this putt okay. And notice how my arms are a little bit of ulnar deviation there. And I think I just lost that a little bit to the right there. I've been missing a little bit to the right when I do the ulnar deviation on the putting. All right, guys, so that was it for the video. Just wanted to show you a few shots at the course with this new technique. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm currently playing 6 handicap, and I'm working on those things. So basically, I'm working on my outside takeaway, little ulnar deviation, and my aiming on the feet slightly to the left. And that seems to work really, really good, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.